Have you ever wondered why the very nation, built on religious freedom, America, is now rapidly turning away from faith? Why are millions, especially the younger generation, distancing themselves from God and the Church? This is not just America's story. It may also reflect the future of belief worldwide. Stay with me till the end of this video. You won't want to miss it. Religion has always been a source of hope and guidance. But in America, that connection is fading faster than ever before. Why is a nation once rooted in strong faith now moving away from it? What is driving this dramatic shift in people's hearts and beliefs? In today's video on Curious, we'll uncover the hidden reasons behind this decline. Stay with us till the end, and don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe to Curious for more meaningful insight. From the very beginning, religion has played a central role in shaping American society. The early settlers, particularly the Puritans, came to the New World in search of religious freedom. They wanted a place where they could practice their faith without persecution, and this pursuit deeply influenced the cultural and political foundation of the United States. The idea of America as a nation under God became a powerful part of its identity. Throughout the 18th and 19th centuries, churches were not only spiritual centers but also community hubs where education, moral guidance, and social services were provided. Religious movements such as the Great Awakenings brought people together, creating a strong sense of unity and moral responsibility. Religion was closely tied to the nation's values of family, morality, and civic duty. Even in political life, leaders often used religious language to inspire the public and justify policies. For many generations, attending church was seen as a moral obligation and a sign of good citizenship. However, this deep religious foundation also set the stage for future changes. As American society grew more diverse, the once unifying role of religion began to face challenges that would gradually reshape its influence. One of the major reasons for the decline of religion in America is the rise of modern social changes and scientific thinking. Over the past century, rapid advancements in science, technology, and education have reshaped how people view the world. Questions about the origin of life, the universe, and human behavior are now often answered through science rather than traditional religious explanations. With access to higher education, Americans have been exposed to diverse philosophies, critical thinking, and secular worldviews. The spread of technology and social media has also given people instant access to global perspectives, many of which challenge long-held religious beliefs. This exposure has made individuals more open to questioning doctrines that were once accepted without debate. At the same time, modern lifestyles emphasize career, personal freedom, and material success, often leaving little space for organized religious practices. In urban areas especially, religion is sometimes seen as outdated or irrelevant to the fast-paced realities of modern life. This shift does not mean that spirituality has disappeared altogether, but it shows that science and social change have pushed many Americans to seek meaning outside traditional religious institutions, laying the groundwork for a more secular society. Another key factor behind the decline of religion in America is the growing emphasis on individual freedom and personal choice. American culture strongly values independence, and over time, this mindset has extended into spiritual and moral life. Instead of following traditional religious institutions, many people now prefer to define their own beliefs, values, and lifestyles. The idea of freedom of choice has encouraged individuals to question long-established religious practices. For some, religion is seen as restrictive, imposing rules that conflict with personal desires or modern views on issues like gender equality, sexuality, or social justice. As a result, many choose to step away from organized religion in order to create their own spiritual path or embrace secular humanism. Younger generations, in particular, are more likely to describe themselves as nones, meaning they do not identify with any specific religion. They may still believe in a higher power or spirituality, but they resist being tied to one institution. This shift reflects a broader cultural trend in America, where personal choice outweighs collective tradition. Religion is no longer seen as the only source of truth or morality. Instead, individuals feel empowered to decide what is meaningful for themselves. A significant reason for the decline of religion in America is the growing distrust in religious institutions. For many years, churches and religious leaders were viewed as moral authorities, guiding people in both spiritual and social matters. However, in recent decades, numerous scandals and controversies have damaged that trust. Cases of corruption, abuse, and financial misconduct within religious organizations have deeply shaken public confidence. High-profile scandals involving clergy members have led many to question the integrity of institutions that once claimed moral superiority. When leaders fail to live up to the values they preach, followers often feel betrayed and distance themselves from organized religion. In addition, the involvement of religious groups in political debates has also fueled disillusionment. When churches take strong stances on divisive issues such as abortion, LGBTQ+ rights, or party politics, some individuals perceive religion as more of a political tool than a spiritual guide. This combination of scandals and political entanglements has created a perception that religious institutions care more about power and influence than genuine faith. As a result, many Americans are turning away from traditional churches, seeking spirituality in more personal or alternative ways outside of organized religion. The younger generation in America plays a central role in the decline of religion. Surveys show that many young people no longer feel connected to organized religion, preferring instead to describe themselves as spiritual but not religious. They seek personal meaning, inner peace, and community in new ways, through mindfulness, meditation, or social causes, rather than traditional worship. Technology and global connectivity have also influenced this shift. Young Americans are exposed to diverse worldviews, cultures, and philosophies that challenge the exclusivity of any one religion. They value inclusivity, equality, and open-mindedness, which sometimes conflict with the doctrines of established religious institutions. This trend does not mean faith is disappearing completely, but it suggests that religion in America is transforming. The future may hold less institutional authority and more individualized approaches to spirituality. In the end, whether one chooses religion, spirituality, or secular values, the search for meaning remains an essential part of human life. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it informative, don't forget to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Curious for more thoughtful discussions. Your support helps us bring more valuable content to you.